Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Yes, I'm doing a voiceover, but let's get into it. The message I heard is side B, they members. Okay, side chick, they members. The scripture comes from Job 8 and 19. How long wilt thou, no, 7 and 19. How long wilt thou not depart from me, nor let me alone till I swallow down my spittle? I have sinned. What shall I do unto these, O thou preserver of men? Why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I am a burden to myself? And why dost thou not pardon my transgression and take away mine iniquity? For now shall I sleep in the dust, and thou shalt seek me in the morning, but I shall not be. So here's the message. God said that, you know what I'm saying, somebody who was trying to hold on to a relationship. And from your perspective, it was a relationship. It may have been an engagement. It could have been a marriage. But baby, everybody else was in on something you wasn't in on. And what it was not a relationship. Baby, somebody was trying to trap somebody, and they were trying to trap you by pretending to be in a relationship with you. But what they didn't realize is you really about their life. Okay? They not. And this person was, it's almost like they was trying to trap you into, like, once again, trafficking, okay, which is wild, okay, but that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody that was trying to traffic someone, and the way they was doing it is like acting like they wanted to date you. They wanted to make you fall in love with them so that they could get you to a point to where you do anything for them, baby. And this is why it is very dangerous to, like, I hear the ambulance, the sirens. Y'all hear the sirens? It is dangerous to ever love anybody over God. You can't put no man before him, because then you end up in a trap like this here. Baby, God said somebody almost got caught. Almost. God said you got to be quicker than that, baby. Almost. Baby, God said this person was trying to get you to be so, like, I just feel like you were supposed to be so crazy in love with them that you would do anything to make them, anything that they wanted you to. And it's like, for whoever this is for, you love them, but you didn't love them more than you love God. And that is the only reason. Like, I just feel like this is somebody, that's the only reason. Because as much as you love them, you did not love them more than you love God. The only reason you didn't get caught. The only reason you didn't get caught up is because you had more love in your heart for God than you did for this person. Because otherwise, it would have worked. It would have worked. It worked many times before, and God said, sad as it may be, it's going to work many times again. But it ain't work on you because you don't put nobody before God. And even though you may have, he told you to leave, it were times where God told you to leave and it didn't make sense to you. God told you to leave and you couldn't understand. And God was showing you things. And you know what I'm saying? Regardless if you brought it to this person's attention, you was talking to this person about the things that you were seeing, and they kept on trying to make it seem like you were making stuff up. You don't know what you're talking about, this, that, and the third. Baby, see, the thing is, this person, I feel like they even became irritable with you because they truly believed that this plan would have been worked on you. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is somebody, you are not sleazy. And for some reason, this person was just irritated because it would have worked already. They used to dating people that cheat so easy. They used to dating people that are, you know what I'm saying, anytime somebody wink at them, anytime somebody smile at them, anytime somebody get them some attention, you know what I'm saying, there they go. But not you. You were more focused on calling your person out. You were more focused on other, like, you were not, like, it's like this person was wanting you to cheat on them so that they could like it will be a punishment. Like, oh, you cheated on me, so I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Baby, whoever this is, you ain't never cheat on this. Like, you never had any interest on cheating. In fact, some of the people were offended that you never cheated. Because they like, you know what I'm saying? You may have even had people like, well, I think they was gonna cheat. I think she was gonna cheat with me. I think she liked me. I think this, that, and the third. They thought wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like just because you say hello or how you doing don't mean you want to, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean you want to get it in with them. You just say hi. Just because you ask how you doing today don't mean, you know what I'm saying? You just being polite. That's how we are in the South. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, that's how you speak. If you don't, you rude. And see, some of y'all go and said at first you would speak. Then they started trying to, you know what I'm saying? So you stop speaking. Then they want to say you being rude. So you stop coming around. Now they saying you acting funny. God said this man is so irritated and frustrated because you just refuse, but it's not that you refuse. You're not going to do it because that's not you. You don't understand. Like, I just feel like God, he don't understand what they don't understand. And it's crazy because, like, God had to pull you out because of this, because it wasn't going to do nothing. Like, I just feel like you would have just ended up gone because you wasn't finna do what they wanted you to. You stubborn. You are stubborn. God says stubborn as an ox. But it's okay. He like that. Because, like, I just felt like they was really, like, really, 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 really. And for some of y'all, it like sitting out gold platters and everything. You know what I'm saying? God said no. So you said no. God said leave, so you said leave. God said, like, I just feel like it got to a point to where you was just like completely submitting to God. But God said, like, all the while that you were trying to figure out what was going on, that was like disobedience. God said he would have preferred for you to just leave. But simultaneously, I know from my perspective, from what I just went through, I can understand how you could get caught up like this here, because it can seem as if, like, from your perspective, it looked like if you leave, it don't make sense. It don't, like, it's confusing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it wouldn't have got to the extent that it got to if you would have just called it quits and left. And as crazy as it is, like I was talking about on one video, this man kept on saying, you stuck up, you bougie, you stuck up. But if I was stuck up and bougie, I would have never even ended up in a relationship in the first place. And now it kind of made me feel like he wanted me to be all up in his friend's face or something, which I wasn't interested in none of his friends. Wasn't. But, like, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, where I met him at, where he hang out at, I've been hanging out at that place since I was 18 years old. And I ain't never talked to nobody. With, like, seriously. Never. Never. That's almost, I'm 33, 12, 15 years. And I have never once talked to nobody, like, in that kind of way. As like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. What's going on with the game? Yeah. What team you want to win? Maybe. Is anybody playing pool? Sure. I want this Hennessy and Coke. Yeah. But otherwise, nah, I ain't really talked to nobody like that. Nah, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, got, intimate with nobody, ain't never go home with nobody. I don't even know, you know what I'm saying, why he would even think that that was gonna happen. This man, the first out of 15 years that I ever saw. I don't know what, like, to be honest, this, like, for him to even think like this, he had to have bumped his head somewhere for him to think that I was finna find interest. I couldn't even, like, and one of them was trying to accuse me, talking about I was staring at him. Hey, stop playing with me now. Now, I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world. My body is not perfect. I'm not all that. I don't have it all going on. But that don't mean that I'm just interested in any and everybody. Because I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, and I'm not some more. And I'll die. 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 I'm not. And that's just what, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it just seemed like this world then got so bad that these men think it's impossible that it could possibly be a woman that don't want to sleep with all of them. And that is scary. It is scary. It is scary. It is scary. Because, like, typically, I'm sitting up, I just finished watching this movie. Well, actually, it's the second part of a movie I had watched a few years ago when I was doing a video on trafficking, ironically. And the second part, which was interesting because in the first part, the journalist ended up getting caught up. It was a journalist and she got caught up in the trafficking ring. She was doing a story on it. Now, in the second one, it shows how she ended up finally got away. But the problem is somebody found her notebook where she was writing a story of what happened to her. And she wrote down names, she wrote down this, she wrote down all this information. And the woman that recruited her, they was on her tail like, how did you get this woman mixed up with our stuff? Why did you bring her in? She doing this, that, and the third, and she doing this, and she causing all these problems. They, you know what I'm saying, about to take her out. They getting ready to take her. Like, and the reason I'm pointing this out is I don't like. I wouldn't even understand why somebody would even try to do something like this to somebody like me. I'm just being honest. Because, first of all, 15 years never spoke to nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of how I look, how I'm shaped, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, facts is facts. It don't even make sense. And then the fact that I've been 15 years, never, you know what I'm saying? No problems. All of a sudden, this man think this big rock, I guess, or whatever he got going on. And baby, I just felt like God is saying for anybody, he wants you like he wants you to understand how just simply like the smallest little thing can like completely do the most. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, like that situation that woman ended up in, it was something that she wasn't even supposed to. Most of the women that were going to this place that were involved in all this stuff, they wanted to be there. She was the only one that was not her line of profession at all in any shape, form, or fashion. And I think one other girl, and the only reason she was there is because her sister pulled her into it. So I just feel like it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And God said somebody was tricking you. Somebody was trying to bamboozle you. There may have even been people lying on you too. Because let's be real, like I just feel like it's certain people that could tell a whole operation apart. And it's certain people you just like that you leave them alone because of that. God said if you would have just stayed going down the path that He had for you, you wouldn't even had to worry about none of this. You wouldn't even had to worry about none of this. But like for one reason or another, regardless to why, you know what I'm saying? You may have felt in your heart that, you know what I'm saying, God told you to go ahead and be with somebody. You may have felt in your heart that this, that, and the third, but I just feel like somewhere along the line, God said stop. Somewhere along the line, God told you nah. Somewhere along the line, there was something that happened that you missed. It was something. 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 And, it's like, and that's just what it is. And I feel like we gonna get through this, but it's just something. It's something. And if you don't be honest with yourself and try to figure out what it is that you miss, then it's just gonna make it worse. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't nothing wrong. And it's not to say that you just so bad and you evil. It is nothing evil or bad about wanting love, wanting a relationship, wanting someone to love, wanting to be married, and wanting your happily ever after. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't expect that to come from somebody that is not of God. And you know what I'm saying? For whoever this is for, like, you should have just left it there. But it happened now. It happened now. God said, no, don't depart from him no more. Like you were sit like, and you know what I'm saying? Even when I think about what the message is, side chicks, nah, they members. God said for somebody, these wasn't even all the women that you thought this man was cheating on you with, they used to be in your spot. They used to be in a position to where this man was supposed to be their man. And they so in love, they may still very well be still in love with him. For some of y'all, some of these women, they heart broke. They heart was broke when they saw him with you. They felt some kind of way. And then the fact that you did not do what was expected, it really caused some issues because they kept on, like they were being told that you were going to come and you were going to do like them and you were going to mess around with everybody and you were going to do this, that, and the third. And baby, when you didn't, everything hit the fan because you were not like them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I was like the Kendrick Lamar song, they not like us. You not like them. You not like them. It was like, I just feel like you would have never been okay with what they got going on. It would have never been a situation where you would have fit in. You would have never been able to get it. Like you would have felt uncomfortable forever. God said you just all the way got mixed up in the wrong crowd, in the wrong place, and wrong person, wrong time, wrong everything, wrong season, wrong all that. Okay, and that's just what it is. And you were seeing these women as this man cheating on you. God said he tricked those women just like he tricked you. A lot of them are prisoners, a lot of them are slaves, and you just didn't know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are depressed. You just couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was constantly telling you to fix your face, what you think they were saying to everybody else? If somebody was constantly telling you why you look so sad, you got to stop looking sad, what you think they were saying to everybody else? God said, in reality, he pulled you out. And that's just what it is. He did. He did. He pulled you up out of baby. He said he pulled you up out of there. He pulled you up out of there. He pulled you up out of there. You don't even understand. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. And it's like I keep feeling this longing to say what's going to happen next. So the second scripture comes from Judges 2:18. And when the Lord raised them up, judges, then the Lord was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. For it repented the Lord because of their groanings by reason of them that oppressed them and vexed them. Baby, God said, not only did he pull you up out of this situation, but he raised you up to be a judge, to judge them, to judge what they did to you. Because basically, by you judging what they did to you, you also judging what they do to other people. And in reality, God said it wouldn't, like, this all could have been avoided had, first of all, you been obedient. Second of all, you been left alone. Once you got pulled into it, that's when everything happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I talked about this several times, like, since, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, there are certain situations and operations and things ongoings and things that be going on that God see it going on. And he kind of just like, it's not that he He said blind eye. It's not that he don't know it's there. It's not that he don't know what they doing, but it's that if you are not hurting nobody, you know what I'm saying? Even like with the movie that I was watching, most of them women, they wanted to go. Like they was already doing that before they went to Europe. So it wasn't a situation where they were being forced or made to, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to go. They wanted to do that. They was already doing that. You know what I'm saying? They like that's what they did. Whereas this reporter, that wasn't her job. She went to college. She has a whole different career going on. She has a whole career path for herself that does not have to do with her taking her clothes off for nobody. And that stirred up some things. It caused a rift in the natural order of things. They had that. It's like two worlds collided unnecessarily. Because because of that, you know what I'm saying, it brought light to what was going on. See, that's just what it is. And even though it could be, and I'm looking at 2:20, and the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. And he said, because that this people have transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice, I also will not henceforth drive out any from them before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died. So you know what I'm saying? It's one thing when you It's one thing when somebody doing something that they want to do, and it's another thing when somebody's trying to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. God says a whole different ball game. And then it's a difference in who is it that you trying to force to do something they don't want to do. And you know what I'm saying? That is it causing the anger of the Lord to stir up against you. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is a situation where everybody was under the wrap. Because, you know what I'm saying, if you put yourself in a sticky situation, even if you don't see what's going on, I just feel like grace and mercy because you had no idea what was going on. You didn't see it as you putting yourself in a sticky situation. You did not see yourself. You saw yourself being in a relationship and God, like, because of that, like, that is literally the only reason that, you know what I'm saying, you weren't just going into this thinking that, you know what I'm saying, knowing with everything that was going on. That is why grace, you know what I'm saying? And then some of the people involved with this didn't know everything that was going on because it could be a situation where somebody was lying on you. If you were involved with somebody that felt some kind of way about you or was just trying to set you up, they could easily lie to people and make it. Like, think about it this way. Like, the movie that I was just talking about. Let's say old girl has some kind of enemy. Now she a journalist. No, but let's say her enemy is going around to a pimp talking about, well, she's sleazy, she sleep around all the time, she always doing this, that, and the third, and I heard this, that, and the third. So they, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, if she doing that, she might as well come work for me. But it was a lie. She not doing that. She not sleazy. She not sleeping around. She don't have all these things going on. Now what happens? God said, you know what I'm saying? This is just judgment upon judgment upon judgment. This somebody stirred up the anger of God. God seeking judgment upon them. Whoever this person is that lied on you, God seeking judgment on them. God was seeking judgment upon you as long as you was steady holding on to this relationship that he wanted you to let go of. He himself is prying it out of your hands. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And and he's seeking, like, he just seeking judgment. Okay, long story short, everybody, everybody, everybody. God said everybody wrong. You wrong because you wasn't listening to God when God told you no, that person was of the devil, that person was a demon. Okay, the other person is under judgment for trying to set you up, knowing good and well you is not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody under judgment for, like, after seeing that you wasn't like that, steady trying to pursue you. God said everybody under judgment. The whole lot. The whole lot, the whole lot, the whole lot, the whole lot. And even if you are being raised up to judge those that did this to you, God said you still under judgment yourself because you should have been obedient. And you know what I'm saying? I can't stunt. I'm a big girl. I eat that. But God, you know what I'm saying? You should have been obedient to God. But in reality, everybody under judge. Everybody. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.